Teaching today is actually a lot similar to teaching any other fall. I prep all the time, day and night. I grade papers, which are now Schoology assignments, day and night. My PLC is my backbone, and we plan every single day together to try to get the lessons just right. We worry about our students and just think about them all the time. And I think in that way, it's very much the same. And yet the anxiety is way higher. I worry about what's going on in their homes every minute of every day. And I don't have that same kind of feeling of a classroom community because we're not together physically. So that's what today looks like.
One celebratory moment that I've had is that I got to meet in person one of my students, and I recognized that student. Even though I'd never met him in person, walking along the street, I asked the kid, hey, where are they taking donations for the canned food drive? Oh, Danush, it's you! And he had the same kind of reaction. He was like, oh, I've never met you before. You're my Spanish teacher. And I was like, I don't know if this is creepy or not. I just want to give you a big hug. But to me, that was a celebratory moment. The fact that I got to meet one of them in person and that he also recognized me.
Collaborating with my team, we decided to do owl pellets. And I wouldn't have thought, how's this gonna go? But the pictures I've gotten back of these owl pellets, dissected all over the table, bones and fur and feathers everywhere, and they're just they've dived in and they love it. So that's been really exciting to see the learning and being able to do some of those hands-on things and knowing that many of these kiddos are able to still do that stuff is pretty special.
I think there's something to learn from this experience for all of us. For me, I've done a lot more going to homes, doing porch drop-offs, reaching out personally, making connections with the families, with the students. I'm not seeing them every day in the classroom, and there needed to be a way that I could reach out to them and make sure that everything was okay with them in their personal lives and with their families. And that's something that won't stop, regardless of whether we're back in school. We've made some really great connections with families and been able to fill some needs that really needed to be filled. And so I'm really thankful for those opportunities and moments. And the established relationships have been really fantastic and something that I will not soon forget and something I want to continue to practice.
I thought it would be hard to make connections, and it's not. I have new kids that I've never met, and I love seeing them on Zoom, and they're there and they're smiling and they're engaged. And when I was out last week, the parents were like, okay, your parents were awesome, but my kid knew when you weren't there, and it's just like, oh, I've never met this kid in person, but I feel like I know who they are. And I think that's just the way in which our technology has become so apparent in our daily lives, is that this is not completely out of the ordinary anymore. FaceTime, Google Time, all that, and so I think that has been a great thing that's come out of this.
I really miss the kids. I miss the busy school environment. I miss seeing kids come in the morning, and I miss, the laughter from the kids at recess, the running around, the energetic, just all the energy. That's why I love younger kids, their curiosity and everything. And so I miss that in-person energy and just busyness, honestly.
What I see out of my students is resiliency. They come to Zoom every day excited with a smile on their face. They're happy to be there or act as if they're happy to be there. I have kids who know technology far better than I do. They are now emailing me with questions or have specific questions about how to navigate something on technology where that was completely absent before.
It's amazing how many cues you get from students when you're face-to-face. Visual cues, expressions, being able to answer questions immediately as opposed for wait time with email or chats in a Zoom session. And you just don't have the feedback that you need to structure your instruction as you need to. you don't know what your students need. And that's the most frustrating part. It makes you feel a little bit helpless, like you can't help your own students.
I feel like every single day, the really small things like getting an email from a student at 6 p.m. because they need help, or when they ask for help over Zoom, I just find that to be the small moments to be really celebratory, because they are being independent and trying and being just saying that they can't do it. Even then, even when they're saying, this is too hard, Miss Knight, I can't do this. That to me is a celebratory moment, because life is hard. And right now we're growing together, and that's a celebration to me.